Brian is in California. Hey, Brian, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
All right, Dave. Hey, enjoy your show.
Thank you.
And the good advice you give. And when you follow it, then you have a question like I have. I'm sort of looking for a philosophical discussion. Do you give money to your adult children now when they're in their 30s, say, or, do you hold off and provide it as part of your estate when you're gone? What do you think?
Well, there's 2 or 3 elements of that I look at, and that I've looked at with my own Ramsey kids that are all adults at this point. Number one element is, are they being responsible? Or are they misbehaving? If they're misbehaving and I give them money, all I'm going to do is magnify their misbehavior, whatever the misbehavior is. I mean, if they're doing drugs, or they just won't work much, or they're irresponsible, or they're impulsive. But if they're doing a good job, they're being reasonable people, they're mature, they're saving money, they're giving money, they have a plan, they're working together with their spouse, they're not lying to each other about purchases and, that kind of stuff. They've got a good, healthy money situation. Then you'll magnify the healthy situation when you give them money. And so you're not enabling bad behavior at that point. The second variable is, of course, the size of your estate. If your estate is in excess of $20 million, you have gotten into serious federal estate tax problems. And I don't know how big your estate is, but if you're there, you're much better off to offload some of that systematically to keep the government's hands off of it if it is in the estate. But let's say you've got $5 or $10 million. You're more than okay. Do you want to give them each one of them $100,000 and pay off their house or something? Yeah, if they're responsible, I would do that. But I don't want to magnify, because whatever you give them money, anytime there's more money involved than there was, it magnifies what was already there in all of our lives. If they got a temper, they'll have a bigger temper when you've got more money. And so we talk about that in Legacy Journey a lot, is in that sense. But
yeah.
Chris,
hey, Brian, how many kids do you have?
We have 2, a boy and a girl, man and a woman, I guess, at this point. They're both working, responsible people. In California, I wish you could pay off a mortgage with $100,000, Dave. But
well, I'm just saying as an example. I don't care if it's $300,000. How much money have you got?
We're between 10 and 15 million.
Good for you. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to not offload some of that to them if you can do it in a way that's tax efficient. And you need to meet with a good tax advisor as a part of your estate plan. You can use the unified estate tax credit up to a point, and
right.
Keep from having gift tax on it and that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, if you got $15 million and you give each of them $1 million and it pays off their house in California, it's still okay.
It is. And Dave, you have talked, and I remember years ago, I've been with you almost 15 years now, but you were talking about being very intentional and having conversations with your kids, helping them to be able to prepare them to be able to handle whatever is left to them. And I took note of that, and I've passed that on to other people, and they've taken it to heart. It's an intentional meeting where you've got to help people get ready to handle wealth.
Yeah, we've trained them. It sounds like his are already out of the house and grown. So, I've had a friend in your situation, Brian, that did, offload a couple $1 million to each kid, or $1 million to each kid, that kind of a thing, tax efficiently with good advice. But he put some strings on it. He said, you need to sign a letter that says you're never going to borrow money again. I want to break the habit. I want to break the chain on my family tree right here.
That's nice.
And
nice.
he said, that's what I want for it. I don't want you to go further in debt because I gave you this.
That's right.